YouTube. What is going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Anonymous Prepper. First and foremost, to clarify, my videos are not about fear-mongering. My videos are about prepping. Taking care of business and getting your priorities in order. Today's video, something that is itching me today. Watching all of these prepping videos and just seeing the amount of clickbait. And to clarify, I say clickbait because too many people are being misinformed right now. What I mean is, if you go out there and look at some of the higher ranking prepper channels right now, and people know exactly who I'm talking about, this is it. This is the end. Or a bomb just went off. When none of this actually happened. I get it. I'm reading through comments on all these channels. And I'm seeing people like thinking, oh my goodness, thank goodness, like we thought you actually meant this was going to happen. You're causing panic, preppers. Unnecessary panic right now. People are too on edge right now to be doing things like that. And I get it. All of us preppers have a similar mindset. Me personally, mine's a bit different than most. My other channel proved that. I had almost 10,000 followers. My channel is still in limbo. My main channel, I should say. So now I have to start from scratch again, unless my other channel comes back up. But YouTube still says they're processing it pretty much. So I don't know what's going on. So I got to start again. But back to what I was saying. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are in a very dire time. Anything could happen at any day. You can't be unfocused right now. You can't be scared. It's okay to be a little nervous. But if you're up late at night wondering when this is going to happen or this is going to happen, it's going to consume you mentally. That is the biggest thing in prepping I live by, is my mental status. If you're not thinking clearly, if you're too worried about, oh, this went up another $1. This is just an example to clarify. Or, the whole situation right now with the pipeline. Yeah, everything sucks really bad right now. I've been in the internet world for 20 years. Since back in 2003 with 4chan. So I know all too well about a lot of things that happen. We're way too panicked. We're not focused, taking care of our business, making a plan. Instead, many preppers right now, like I said before, saying this is the end, this just happened. But meanwhile, you click on their videos and they're talking about a story of what could happen. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because it didn't happen yet. The purpose of prepping is to be 3 steps ahead of the game. If something's going to happen, you're ready for it. You're ready to take care of your business. Have your priorities in order. Not sitting around like a dog with its tail between its legs, waiting for something to suddenly happen within 2 seconds. Anything can happen at any time, folks. I struggled for years. I was a homeless teenager. I dug out of dumpsters. I lived in the cold. I was there in a bad place, trying to survive. And people right now, especially in Europe, they're going to be dealing with, some very cold winters because of what's happening. Going into the woods, taking stuff. Firewood, et cetera, et cetera. Their retail theft is up in Europe, I'm hearing. I can't confirm that. That's just what I'm hearing. That's why, you got to be sure your information's correct. But I know the biggest thing is your mind. If you're that afraid, you need to take a break. Yeah, we know what's coming. I know what's coming. It's going to be very rough here the next 10 years. Until at least 2030. I don't care what anybody says. They can say, oh, I'm fear-mongering. I don't care. Say as you wish. Because I've known about internet trolls since back in 2003, folks. I'm one of the veterans here. Not internet trolls. The point I'm saying is I've seen people troll Everybody else is like, that's not going to happen. This isn't going to happen. Come on. You just want to be on here, stir the pot a little bit, cause your issues, whatever. Have your fun. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But when you don't have access to your little phone no more, or your laptop, or your desktop that mommy and daddy pays for, or if you did pay for it, props to you. I'll give you a golf clap for that. Nice little clap. Otherwise, whatever. I don't care. But if everything per se did happen, and say the grid goes down, the internet goes down. I'm not saying it is. This is a hypothetical situation I'm talking about. What are you going to do? You think you're going to be ready to handle that? Are you going to be ready to straight up, survive? Because I'm sorry, unless you've been to the bottom of the barrel and you're freezing, wondering if you're going to wake up tomorrow, you don't know what it's like to survive. I tasted it. I lived it for how long? And it wasn't pleasant, especially when you're a teenager. You had plans of doing this and doing that. You're trying to be, a teenager. And then you have to go into serious mode all of a sudden. Where am I going to get food? Where can I go? What can I do to get through this day? Our mindset right now needs to be calm, focused, and doing what we need to do. That is a big part of this. Because many things are happening, yes. Trust me, I can go down a list and make a 4 or 5 hour video just talking about everything, but I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about the mentality of people right now. Prepare. Stay focused. Stop letting your anxiety control you. Granted, it's not easy. It's really not easy. But you need to get your facts in check. Get your ducks in a row. And also, even me personally saying this, when you're watching videos on prepping or being informed about current events, make sure when you see a title of a video, and this goes for the older community especially, because this is one thing I've always noticed. A lot of people over 40 to 65 range, they see a video saying, this is it. They click on that video, their anxiety is sky high. Because they're like, oh, this is really happening. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to remember something. We're in a different era now of YouTube as well. A lot of people have to make these titles to get attention, to get their views. Granted, some preppers don't want to do it. I know this for a fact. But they have to, or their videos are not heard. You got to make sure the information you get as well, you pay attention to what the title says. It may say this, but this could be a code to get you to watch. Maybe for good reasons, maybe for bad reasons. You don't know. Don't panic when you first see a title of a video. Don't panic when somebody's talking and they're in a panic, because some people can't stay calm and focused anymore. Remember these things, folks. Remember these things. I know a lot is happening. I would like to make more content if I could. Right now, my channel, I've said before, is in limbo. This is my backup. If my main channel comes back up, I'd like to go back to making content more consistently, because I just was about to get monetized. I had a lot going on. Things were going good. Then YouTube clashed with me and gave me some issues because how I like to talk. But, I speak the truth. And it's not like my information was never invalid. It was just the truth. I was unfiltered. I was raw. That's how I talk. I'm not going to live by a code and rules just to speak my mind. If I have to make 100 channels and keep sending my messages out that way, I will. Because all I'm out here to do is to help. If it's just, talking about certain things, doing this or doing that. That's what I want to do. Try to help people who can learn from my struggles when I was trying to survive. It was hard. Because now we're in an age where a lot of people are going through this right now. I've seen it so many times. Like, I have friends who, who are my age. I'm not going to give my exact age, but say over 30, they've been through a lot. They're back at home living with their parents, or they're living with other people because they have to, because they don't have the option to be independent no more because of how tough times are. And then people will say, oh, well, get another job. It's like, nobody should have to work 2 to 3 jobs to support themselves. It should be like how it was. You have one good job or one steady job that pays well to support yourself. like how our grandparents had it, or even our parents. Like back in the 60s, the 50s, and the 70s, I'm not saying live that way, I'm just saying the work side of that, where you had a job that supported a family with, a wife, 2 kids, you had 2 cars and a house. Not the whole lifestyle back then, I'm talking about the job aspect of it. We can't do that no more. Everybody has to work themselves to death. And that's another thing. Why so many people's mental health is so bad right now, and they're in such a panic, because they're broke. They're broke because they're physically drained, mentally drained, because you have to deal with people all day. And in this day and age especially, because everybody has power behind their fingertips, they act like they can say whatever they want and they're not going to get in trouble for it. I just laugh at you people. Like, the internet 20 years ago, there was a few of you guys, and it was just amusing, and I'm even more amused now, because it's like, you really think you have power to say what you want, to troll. Ladies and gentlemen, if you understand my channel and some of the videos on here, we see you. We know where you are. We watch you. You just amuse us. It's just one of those things, I'm just like, if it makes you feel good, whatever. Because at the end of the day, people take the internet way too seriously. This is still the internet. This isn't real life. Granted, the information we give is real, yes. But we're warping this into real life when our videos are out to help. And some people just mix everything, and I'm not going to go on a rant about this. I've already been at this for 11 minutes. I know this. People like us want to help. If you don't like what we have to say, then why do you say something? To get a kick? Then what? Yeah, you typed in your little paragraph, whatever, saying this fear-mongering, or that's not true, or this person did it, or whatever. Then what? Do you feel powerful in your mommy's basement? Or if you got your own place, even better for you, props for you. Do you feel powerful because nobody likes you? Or because you think you're a power-hungry person who can say what you want and you're going to get what your way, pretty much? Like, I could say how many different ways about this and, rant for 20 minutes about it. All I know is, back to my point, be prepared. Control your mental health. If things are getting to you too much and you're getting very, very on edge, anxious, stressed out, take a break. Turn everything off. All I have is a YouTube account right now. I have no social media. None of that. Because it's not worth it no more. It will mess with your mental health too bad. There's times you have to take a break from the situation at hand. Focus on your household. If it's your friends, your family, if you have kids, if you have cats, dogs, whatever. Focus on those things. We should all be planning and preparing for what's coming. And not worrying about it. Handling business. That's what we need to be doing. Not this whole, oh, this is the end, it's time. Meanwhile, it's not time yet. It could be at any time. It could be an hour from now. It could be a day from now, a week, a month, a year. Get off the edge. Back up about 20 steps. Game plan. Take care of business. It's not complicated, folks. Too many preppers nowadays say they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. Meanwhile, they don't realize they're actually engulfing their fear into their videos. I see the fear in preppers' eyes. How many different preppers, I look at their eyes and I'm like, wow, they're legit terrified. Why? A lot of you guys have millions of followers and are more prepared more than anybody. Why are you afraid? That you're not going to be famous no more? That you're just, I don't understand it. Like, I look at it and I'm just like, wow. Like, all these guys that have, warehouses, that have all these things, and they're more prepared than I am. It's like, yeah, I'm good to go for a while. I can take care of my business. But I'm not like you. Like, what are you doing? You should be saying, everybody, we need to slow down. Yeah, this happened. If something happens like the pipeline that just happened with the attacks, Yeah, you talk about that, say, well, this happened. This could affect this. You know, A scenario, B scenario, C scenario. Like, you get my drift. These are the types of things that we need to be talking about properly. Not, oh, this happened, now the world's gonna end. Like, I just look at the world and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, we really need to slow down a little bit. Yeah, everything's happening super fast. It really is. Slow down now. We got priorities to take care of. Prepare. That's what we need to do. I know I'm ranting and raving. This is what I do. This is how my videos have always been. I have to jump off here now, but I'll be watching everything. If something big happens, I'll let you guys and gals know. Of course. I am the Anonymous Prepper, and I'm out.